Good morning and welcome. This is indeed Community Engagement Day. You are going to be engaging in some exciting community events this morning. You have no academic lessons this morning because we are going to get involved with communities across all scales. You have a global community event to get involved with. More to come on that shortly. We have a school community events, a number of them that you can engage with, and then we're hopefully going to try and get involved in a number of local community events. There is a timetable that you'll be seeing very soon and discussing with your tutors. Hopefully you will have a really fun morning. But remember, this is the final big event of our Year of Communities. But communities doesn't stop. Please continue to get involved with your local, school and global community in any way that you can. Let's hear from some of the students who've been involved in our Year of Community this year.
The annual Remembrance Parade is a wonderful opportunity for the wider community to come together and honour the deaths of those we owe so much to. In this Year of Community, the CCF wanted to extend this sense of national pride and unity to those without a military link. Therefore, we organised the Poppy Cascade to encourage more staff and students to play an active role in marking remembrance. Thanks to the crocheting, pinning and stitching of so many in our community, the cascade beautifully commemorated all those afflicted by warfare.
So we are very pleased in our Year of Community to have had such success with our journey as part of the Global Goals Club, and just last week we found out that our entry into the Global Social Leaders competition reached the semi-finals and was then awarded the Learning Award. So the Learning Award is given to teams who have demonstrated that they have learned a significant amount about themselves as individuals whilst working as a team, and then they have also learned about how to create an impactful social action project whilst addressing the Sustainable Development Goals. And we've also learned significant amounts about the community that we served during our project.
I helped run the Peer Poverty Cupcake Exchange with the rest of the Global Goals team, and I also helped out with the Amnesty Rights for Rights Day.
I did the Model UN conference a few months ago, which meant that schools inside and outside of Oxfordshire were able to come together and interact on a global scale by representing different countries and discussing global issues that were currently happening. I also volunteered with a charity outside of school separately, which meant that people from different backgrounds who had mental and physical disabilities to come together and form a new community to interact and do daily activities with.
With my family, I put together a box of food donations together for the food bank, and then for more personal efforts, I started volunteering at the local animal shelter and then also contributing to missing maps.
Year of Community highlight for me was a local community event. It was a staff event where at Christmas we were handing out hot chocolate and mince pies to passers-by. A particular funny moment was when Mr. Stevenson and Mr. Lexton decided to board a bus while carrying a tray of mince pies and offering them out to members of the public. It was a real great staff and local community event. Plenty of smiles on faces when they walked off with mince pies.
As the school has been really focused on its community over this past year, I wanted to make sure that I was doing the same and staying involved, and so decided to join a series of different clubs and events throughout this year. Some of these include organising the Children in Need and Sports Relief charity events as a member of the Charities Committee, becoming a teaching assistant for the prep school Headington Dance Academy, and helping backstage at February's dance show. I have really enjoyed and loved all the things that I've gone up to over this past year, involved with Headington's Year of Community, and it's really made me feel so much more connected to my school community, as I've been able to meet and get to know so many more people that I don't usually get to see around school in both the prep and the senior schools.
I think it's time to find out a little bit more about your global community event that you're going to be involved in this morning. Some of you have been actively involved in this global community event already this year. Here is Mrs. Badger and Rebecca Frith to discuss missing maps.
Hi and happy Community Engagement Day to everyone at Headington School. Today you're going to be engaging with loads of tasks on different levels to help communities, both local and global. And for our global community today, we are really proud to be helping Missing Maps. So I'm here with my sister Rebecca Firth, who some of you have met before, who's going to talk to you about the importance of mapping at the moment during COVID-19 and importantly what you're going to be able to do today to help.
Thank you so much. So since the beginning of this crisis, over 7,000 volunteers across the world have made over 1 million map edits in support of COVID-19. And today we're really grateful to all the people who are going to be joining that community of volunteers. Maps are really important for COVID-19 because you may have read in the news or heard people talking about something called contact tracing. Contact tracing is if someone is known to have a certain illness, it's really important to understand who they've been in contact with because they could have transmitted that illness to somebody else. And so contact tracing involves actually finding all the people that someone who's unwell has been in touch with. And to do that you need a map, you need to understand where people have travelled, you need to understand who they've seen, and you need to be able to reach them in some way. So maps are really important in enabling this to happen, especially in low and middle income countries where there's not much other information necessarily that you can use to do that with. And we're really grateful to all of you guys for joining the efforts to make these maps available for the COVID-19 response.
Awesome. So thank you very, very much for what you're going to do today, using your skills and your access to technology to help other people in our global community around the world. It's such important work and we're really grateful. Thank you.
In terms of your school community events, we have a menu of exciting school internal community events that you can do this morning. Here's just a few.
So, what could you do? School Community Challenge, why not thank a member of staff, a friend? School International Community Cookbook. You could do the Headington COVID Quilt Project, or create an HSO time capsule.
Today, you're going to get the opportunity to get involved in a few more exciting local community events. Here are a few examples.
Back to Mr. Cunningham. So, for the local, you could poem writing for local care homes, short story recording for the vulnerable in a local community, bake and deliver for the NHS birthday, local litter pick. Why not make face masks for your local community? Make a bee hotel, or why not do an independent local community challenge? So much you can get involved with. Mr. Cunningham.
Let's get excited. It is Headington's Community Engagement Day. Have a great day. Thank you.